All right, welcome in to a special edition of the Pirate Radio Podcast. Jonathan Ellerby here today with a good friend, Brandon Tate. You may know him from many areas in our community, from the owner of Atlantic Wireless, our U.S. cellular partner in the fifth quarter call-in show, also known as F3 Hotspot from F3 ENC, but just an all-around great person and a great friend. Brandon, thanks for being here today. We got something great to talk about.
Do I need to give you $5 for those compliments?
At the end, like we talked about, please.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Done.
Welcome to the Pirate Radio Podcast. You're here for because you're putting together a great community event that involves F3 ENC, and to help our friends in Western North Carolina, I guess let's start off with your why. Why are you here and putting on a fundraiser for the hurricane victims in western part of North Carolina?
Well, obviously, just living in North Carolina, I want to make sure we're taking care of our own. And I think there's a really cool connection here. A lot of the folks in F3 ENC go to the Blue Ridge Relay. The Blue Ridge Relay is a 208-mile running race every year. And it starts in Virginia, ends in Asheville, runs through the mountains. And it's the longest relay race on the East Coast. And it's been around for about 20 years. And there's a guy named Ken Svinsky that has started it, and he is super connected with all of the very small towns throughout the route of this 208-mile race. So he knows the fire departments, he knows the churches, he knows the schools, he knows just the local people, and so it was a perfect fit for us since Hurricane Helene hit and devastated the area, to get dollars to be raised and go directly to those people for the direct needs that they have. And so, our F3 ENC has come together as a group. We're trying to raise $10,000, and we've got an event going on the 26th of this month at 6 a.m. at Boyd Lee Park. It's called a Convergence, and so we're going to have a bunch of guys out there working out outside. Doesn't matter what the weather is, but we're going to get out there and show our support for the western part of North Carolina. And collectively, we're going to raise $10,000. The cool thing is that we've already raised $7,000. So what's neat is that we'd love a donation, whether it's $5 or $10 or $1,000, you name it. But we want to blow this $10,000 out of the water. These folks need generators to operate their water pumps, their wells that they have. They're going to need clothing. They need people to come in and with chainsaws and cut trees up and just help repair a broken area. And we just want to show our support, man. These are our brothers and our sisters, and there's a long-running relationship between F3 ENC and the Blue Ridge Relay, and it's just appropriate, man. It's the right time to step up.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. You know this area well because you've participated in this Blue Ridge Relay, and you kind of know that. It's a lot of rural areas in this, and it's going to be a long road to recovery. I mean, it's been, obviously Florida's been hit with a hurricane, but like Western NC is still going to need a lot of resources, money, and all sorts of things, and that's why is this hitting so close to home for you?
Yeah, it's interesting. The Blue Ridge Relay is broken down into 36 sections. They're called legs, and each one has what's called an exchange zone. So there's 36 exchange zones, and that's where one leg ends and another one begins. And at that exchange zone is where the local people volunteer. And those are the people we're going to be helping. These are people that have been volunteering for years to help support the Blue Ridge Relay, and these funds are going to go directly to them through Ken. He'll be administering them. He already has those relationships. You're not going to be giving to some large organization that those funds might not necessarily hit the exact area that you're intending them to be. We will guarantee 100% of the dollars is going to go to these people that are hurting in this community. It's, they're in the mountains, man. It's like different, like it's not a flat terrain, right? So getting these people is just very difficult with the way that the roads have been destroyed. So what we did was we set up a GoFundMe page, and it's called F3 ENC and Blue Ridge Relay Hurricane Helene Relief. So it's F3 ENC and Blue Ridge Relay Hurricane Helene Relief. We got $7,000 already raised. We're going to blow this $10,000 off the map, man. It's gonna be awesome.
It is going to be great, and people can come out to Boyd Lee Park on October the 26th, and it's not just for F3 ENC men. It's open to the community, so you can be a child, you can be a woman. It's going to be an event that anyone can come and participate in, and just kind of rally together. And will you be taking donations that day as well?
Absolutely. Yep. It's gonna be awesome, man. An incredible event. Come out, bring your family. Bring your spouses, your kids, and let's show our support for the western part of this state.
What sort of stories, what are you hearing from Ken and the other folks from the people in Western NC that really kind of stood out to you, that really caused you to really get motivated to help put this together?
Man, I think what has really been profound to me is how neighbors are helping neighbors, and how people are going up there with forerunners, and they're getting up there with, I mean, I saw a guy with a horse pulling pack mules. They're making it happen. They're not waiting for someone to tell them what to do. They're doing it. And that's a special thing. People in this world don't really take care of each other as well as they should. And to me, it's brilliant. And I love it. I think God is at work there. I think he's got his hand on that area. And I think he's tugging out people's hearts, man. So I'm praying that the folks that watch this podcast have a spirit of generosity, and that they understand that their dollars are going to go directly to these people in that area through Ken, and it's going to be amazing. So have an impact, and tell other people about it. Get them on that GoFundMe page, and we're paying all the administrative fees for that page ourselves, and so all these dollars directly go, 100% of them, to these people.
F3 ENC has been an amazing organization I've been a part of for many years, and you got me involved in this group, and I'll never forget, we were sitting at CBWs, and your famous words were, "It'll change your life." Yeah. And you were absolutely right to this day. I mean, I can attest to how physically, spiritually, mentally, that how much I've been a better person because of F3 ENC, and because of F3 ENC, it changes lives. But now you're changing lives and helping lives through this. What has F3 meant to you?
Well, I think what's beautiful about it is it's fitness, fellowship, and faith. And that faith piece of it is this third F, and that's what we do as F3. We impact the community around us. If a hurricane was to hit eastern North Carolina, F3 ENC would be all over it, and F3 in this whole area would come together and they would help people. And that's what we're doing in the western part of the state. So it's really natural and organic for us because it's a part of the organization. You start working out, that's kind of the first F, and you get that fitness piece. And we start at 5:30 in the morning, go to 6:15. There's 2 or 3 workouts a day, 7 days a week, all around this area. But what happens is that you start there and you get around like-minded people. You get around people that are just motivated to be better. And then the next piece of that is the fellowship. So what's special about F3 is that as you get older, your male relationships fall away. It's just natural. You get busy with work, with kids, your spouse, etc. And we're designed as men to collaborate with other men and to hold each other to a higher standard. And that's what happens in F3. So you start developing relationships with folks you would never really rub elbows with. Because economics doesn't matter, your status doesn't matter, you're just a guy. And I think that's super special. And then there's this third part, which is so impacting in the community, in the area, in the community that supports us. To have an opportunity to give back in a great way is such a blessing. Like, you feel like you're blessing somebody else, but you get double the blessing. And I think that's how God works, right? It says a lot in his word, to take care of other folks. And I think we're really living into to his best for us when we're doing things like this.
Helping our community, helping communities in Western North Carolina. And remember, the most important thing is you can all be a part of it. Just go to the GoFundMe page that we've talked about, or also go to f3enc.com. You can find F3 on Facebook as well, F3 ENC, if you search for it. And then everybody's welcome. October the 26th, it's going to be a Saturday morning, 6 a.m., so not our normal 5:30 start. So 6 a.m. at Boyd Lee Park. Just show up. There'll be 36 stations to get a little exercise, learn some more, meet some great people in the community, and have a lot of fun. Brandon, I really appreciate everything you're doing to help organize this. And I know it's going to be beyond successful. I know you're going to reach that 10,000 goal real easy, and have a lot of people out there, and hope to get the folks in the mountains back up on their feet, and their communities back up thriving again, so that Blue Ridge Relay can get back started again sooner than later.
Awesome, man. Thanks for your help, bud. Appreciate it.